and welcome to Victoria 3. This time in, normal timeline. Not in a fantasy world. But you might see that some things on the UI seem weird or different. That is because we're playing with an economic and financial mod. Which adds banking, most notably. But also, there is something which I find personally very interesting, private construction, which finances itself through manufacture stock. Because there's stock in this game now, too, with, the economic and financial mod. This is the central bank. But now we have like bimetallism, which, is what it is. The currency that gets strong and weaker. Okay, I think it's bad like if I explain this. This is money, William. This is the value of our money. Value for, like international... This mostly matters for international trades. Internally doesn't matter that much. What's important? This is the money supply. This is the money that exists in a country. The higher this is, the more, of the metal do you need to back the money. So, that's one thing. It's not bad. Like, I mean, to be fair, at the end of the day, the money supply is going to be increasing, whether I want to or not. Because, everything, you look at like a factory or something like that, needs money. Which of course means you can like increase the money supply and, make it cheap for everybody. Which of course has its problems because that means inflation. Which is bad. It has like some downfalls, and most notably it can cause an economic crash, in which case, yeah, don't. It causes economic crashes, which are very, very bad. They have a very, very bad modifier. But most notably, but yeah, for bimetallism, silver is kind of a more important one than gold. Like, I will be changing over to gold like later, that's all. Because gold is kind of more, let's say this, stable, more valuable. Because like once I get rid of my silver, I can essentially, once like my currency is no longer backed by silver, I can for example go like for something, for the yuan, I can like buy the silver out of like Qunxing, or I can even use my silver to buy for something like Qunxing, which is not necessarily the best idea. But yeah, buy like currency if they have currency of like other places, something like that. If you look, for example, where is it? It's the budget now. Yeah, economy and finance. You buy like different currencies. If for example like buy something which valuable, like golden or something like that, silver. Buy that, and then sell it like to somebody else that like kind of like needs it or something like that. Well, not needs it, but just like willing to pay or has like a big reserve of silver or gold, and then get gold. For example, you can like the British are always like very willing to buy when it comes to currency. I think they actually thought, I mean, like they're essentially going to buy it anyway. But yeah, you can like change and trade those things. I forgot what that is. Yeah, for example, you can like here see who has my currency. Austria has some. We can buy this back. For example, exchange like some silver for Austrians. We can also like do the opposite, like sell them, and then get some back. Money supply of the French fame. The French franc is like the biggest in circulation, but like Great Britain has like so much gold. It could like have so much of the money supply in the world, could be like the British pound. Only it isn't. But yeah, that's it. Or kind of like actually, yeah, here for example, metallic standard. Oh yeah, that's also different law here. Metallism standard or monetary policy is also here. War economy. Yeah, so it's like different. I've never really used war economy in my, from what I remember. I didn't really, you know, use that too much for obvious reasons. Anyway. No, yeah, there's also some new companies, of course. Also the silver mines, of course, you know. Makes kind of sense. But here's like the state bank. You get, I think if you have central banking, you get a state bank. There's a lot of like actually like national currencies. Like, you know, essentially all historical. If you don't have historical, you have like this currency. I don't know what's it called. It's like a universal currency. Oh yeah, here. If you go like, if you go under trade, you can here. We can like exchange. 1 ruble, 9 gold. Why is it given in gold? That's my interesting one. That is interesting. So I'm on bimetallism, I'm pretty sure, yeah. I'm wondering why it's giving me gold. Probably because I have more gold than silver might be. Maybe the game isn't interested. Anyway, there's also where we have like some more construction. Private construction sector here in Ingria is giving like 11. Private construction sectors can be like so overpowered. I've like played this sometimes. And then my subjects had like 60 levels or so of private construction. Because private construction, if you've noticed, does not actually have a limit. Unlike normal construction, private construction can be built endlessly. It's also not built by you know, like the government, but by private construction group, you know, as the name would apply. Really nice. Yeah, I kind of dislike when this happens because like like, you know, mixed production, because it's really fucks with if you want to, when you want to like reset like production methods in like states you conquer. That's annoying. But yeah, so well, first things first, I have to. Yeah, this sucks, but you can also like trade goods, of course, between like nations. It's also actually an important thing. National capacity here, trade balance. You want the trade balance mostly positive. Because if this is negative, that's really bad. Because that means, you know, your reserves of metals go down. That means the value, like the amount of money you can have in circulation, and, you know, yada yada, you know, all that schmuck. So, but the amount of money can be in circulation decreases. Then, you know, like if you get down, it creates like problems with the value of the currency. Just something you don't want. How long? This was like 27 and 20. Yeah, like go for. I should probably have gone for Center Archives immediately first. Then go for different buildings. Going for them as fast as possible, I feel like it's one of the better things. Oh. There was a lot of explanation and not a lot of playing. You don't really have to interact with a lot of things. In most cases, it'll work out itself, you know. You see how we also like on the bimetallism standard from like this silver color line. If you're on the gold standard, this becomes gold. There's also now like a really nice thing that's nice. Yeah, here, exchange for gold. Interesting. Well, we can also exchange for silver. This is a Prussian tower. But yeah, here, select the Prussian market. We can also buy foreign debt. If we invest a few money, How much like do I have in government treasury? We have like 50 million treasury. We'll like just buy like 5-year maturity and buy that. It should decrease my money. Yeah, it got like down by 9 million. And like get like interest from this. Like if this does actually just straight up give us money, we can like have like $5 in both cases. Of course, best idea not to, you know, rely on a single country when it comes to, you know, your debt investments. Yeah, I think this should be good enough for now. I like doing this because it's a nice amount of money. I mean, of course, you know, a bit of an exchange of value and everything. I don't understand like everything myself, so you know, don't take everything I say as gospel, because I don't know what I'm talking about. In most cases, I'm like, you know, just think myself like what works and what isn't. I recommend like playing this mod yourself and trying it out, because like the first time I played it, yeah, my economy crashed somewhere along the line because I really fucked up changing into the gold standard, and my economy couldn't hold up, and I crashed. Yeah, there are economic crashes in this mod, so you know, look out for that. Anyway, it's time to begin actually playing, you know, self. Like, how long has it been? Like 10 minutes? Probably it's been already 10 minutes. There are no goods on which you can collect establish taxes. Well, yeah, because I have like literally big deficit of bureaucracy. That's why I'm going to be building now a lot. Yeah, here the central bank. The central bank level is, I think we can actually like. I said I was going to start, and now I'm not. Central bank like is by what is like. It goes up by 5 million per like. Oh god, that's a lot of money I'm losing. Where's that money going? Subsidies. Oh yeah, that's like happening. That'll happen from time to time. St. Petersburg stock exchange, you know, will just sometimes lose a lot of money. I'll solve itself mostly like later on though. That'll solve itself, you know, with time. Trust me. If this crashes though, you kind of fucked. Like, yeah, if this like crashes, this is exactly. If this crashes, if this bond market crashes, your economy crashes. If your economy crashes, yeah, that's bad. You don't want to experience this. Yeah, you can like see, which is why I actually like why I really want to play this mod in the next update. With you know, like here this trade, because like right now this trade is like helping keep you know, trade balance up. I'm exporting more than I'm importing. Yeah, here you can like see the balance of the market is positive. Actually, I think that's the wrong one. I think that's internal. No, that might actually be it. Well, it's around it anyway. Insufficient, yep. Because investment pool is massive. But, you know, private construction will build itself and everything like that. Wales bought part of your debt. Yeah, that's also something that can happen. People buying your debt. Of course, what I can do, you know, can also do. Can also like go, for example, you know, like buy the Greek debt. Actually, can we? Yeah, I don't think they have a central bank or something like that. Now I think about it. No, they have it. No. They do have a central bank. Why can't I invest then? Maybe they have like, you know, how do you say this? Close their markets. Because that can also happen. Yeah, people are buying my debt. Hey, if people are buying your currency, that's also good person. Like they gave me like a lot of gold. Which thanks my currency, of course. why would people, of course, buy your currency for international trade? Because their own currency is weak. Yeah, and this is like the collateral. This should be. I don't know if this is what other people have of my, or if that's what I have as a collateral in others. Like, because I never know what of this is. I think this is like the collateral I have, you know, for buying that debt. But yeah, here, the additional income. This is the debt. The interest from foreign debt. Strong currency. Yep. This is what I'm like getting from the debts I've bought from Austria and Prussia. So you can see it's already bringing in a lot of money. It's bringing me like more than my minting. And that's one of the reasons I like it to do that. It's also like the trade thing is also a reason, you know, encourages you to trade. Which is also, you know, just why I look forward to the next Victory update, how this mod is going to be evolving. I think that will make the mod a bit easier, a bit better. Yeah, so like the currency value, like the money value goes up every time somebody buys our currency. So that's a sign of the currency is valuable and people want to buy it. But everybody's buying part of my debt. Okay, I don't know which is my collateral and which is like... Yeah, like you see, for prime example, I bought debt for Prussia. Now Prussia buys debt for me. You know, maybe if I had like, same like, you know, here in Great Britain, for example, also, if I had like more idea about how, you know, this whole financial thing works, maybe I could, you know, guess how it works. Not a financial expert, but yeah, a lot of people bought the currency, and whatever is like was like at value 10, the ruble like was value of like 10 to this. Now it's up. The value's up. I don't think it's like it's actually ever like here. It's probably going to like build a lot of construction sectors like in my subjects, because like for some reason that always seems to be very profitable, or at least they consider it very profitable. Like I felt like it was like here in Baltic Governor I had 60 levels, so I had next them and then I got 60, you know, private construction queues. I think that might have been one of the reasons I kind of, you know, mindset might have been one of the reasons my economy collapsed. Kind of an overinvestment, if you ask me. Kind of an overinvestment. Yeah, here's like inflation, deflation. Don't really know how that is what it is. It's like not too important. I say this, but you know, if that like becomes too big in one or the other direction, your economy kind of crashes. So you know, too much inflation is bad, too much deflation is bad. Very bad, both are bad. You want to keep it, you know. I mean, depending on what you want, it may actually be, you know, very valuable, like going up or down. Because they have like different modifiers. Pretty opposing even, I'd argue. Yeah, here. So they might actually be building a lot in Finland this time around. Well, it's kind of like, you know, a guessing game, like where they will be building all their private construction queues this time around. Could probably like buy a bit more debt. Maybe we should like buy some of Great Britain. Just can't get. No, maybe we'll actually buy French debt. Okay. I completely understand this. I do not understand this. I don't understand like a word I'm looking at. I don't understand what any of these things mean. At least, you know, I don't think this is a game concept. Oh, I just don't get this game. I don't get this. Ching bought part of your debt. I genuinely have no fucking idea how all of this works. You can also like trade stocks, of course, you know. People are exporting like their stocks towards me. By the way, I have like massive. I think, yeah, mutual funds like is such a good like thing for prestige. It has a fixed price, which just exists to, you know, like keep the stock market like going. Of course, like this means this is what it sells. This is consumed by, you know, op needs. And due to the fact that it has, you know, static price, it doesn't really matter. Yeah, there's no railroad stocks. This has a fixed price. I don't really know how this is calculated, if I'm being completely honest. I don't know how this works, so like, don't ask me. I've never understood it. It's like, if... Yeah. This is something you're going to be often seeing, economic instability. You get want if you get like economic instability, and then you have some time to fix it before the economic crash comes. I can only say, always look out for economic crashes. I didn't once. Bad idea. Really fucking bad idea. To be fair, it was like my first time playing and I had absolutely no idea what I was doing. So I just like did some stuff and completely fucked up. So yeah, don't be like me.